diver finds a perfectly preserved train wagon on the ocean floor, sealed shut, with something moving inside. But when he opens the door, what he discovers isn't just strange. It feels impossible. And someone or something might still be riding that train. But before we dive in, smash that like button, subscribe for more strange stories from the deep, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a mystery. Jonas wasn't searching for treasure. He wasn't even exploring a new wreck site. This dive was supposed to be routine. Just him, the steady rhythm of his breathing, and the slow, meditative descent into the blue depths. He enjoyed dives like this. Calm, predictable. A quiet retreat from the noise and chaos of life above water. The ocean had always felt honest to him. It held its secrets tightly, yes, but it never pretended to be something it wasn't. It was ancient, vast, and truthful. But on this day, the sea had something very different in mind. About 60 feet beneath the surface, as Jonas scanned the sandy ocean floor with his flashlight, something caught his eye. Two long, parallel lines stretched out ahead of him, vanishing into the hazy blue like silent ghosts. Railroad tracks, there, lying undisturbed, as if the ocean had swallowed part of a train whole and simply forgotten about it. Jonas blinked hard, unsure if his eyes were playing tricks on him. He adjusted his mask and swam closer, the rusty rails glinting faintly in the beam of his light. The metal was thick, corroded by years underwater, but surprisingly intact. The tracks ran straight ahead into the deeper, darker ocean, a path leading to something unseen. What made this even stranger was that this dive site wasn't known for wreckage. No historical records mentioned sunken ships or cargo here. He'd studied the maps, the archives. This spot was supposed to be just sand and coral, nothing more. But here was proof to the contrary, and curiosity tugged at him like an invisible current. He followed the tracks cautiously. Each kick of his fins pushed him deeper into silence. The water around him grew colder, heavier. The tracks shimmered, stretching on endlessly beneath the dim light of his flashlight. Then, he saw it. A single train car resting upright on the ocean floor. No locomotive, no caboose, just one perfectly preserved passenger car, sealed tight, as if placed here with intention. Jonas hovered in place, heart pounding. The car wasn't wrecked or broken down like old shipwrecks he'd seen. It was preserved almost too well. The metal frame was pitted and streaked from years in salt water, but structurally intact. Its windows, though clouded with algae and silt, remained unbroken. A faded logo caught his eye, the letters JHIL. He'd never heard of it. Slowly, a feeling of unease began to coil in his gut. The ocean around him felt heavier, almost watchful. As his light swept over one window, something moved inside. A shadow. A ripple. Too quick to identify. Jonas froze. Maybe it was a fish. Or a trick of the light. Or maybe something else. He edged closer. Peering through the murky glass, he could make out rows of passenger seats, upholstered and faded but neatly arranged. Empty. A passenger car on the ocean floor. Why here? Why intact? Why sealed like it was still waiting for travelers? His curiosity overwhelmed his caution. Jonas drifted to the rear door. It resisted, sealed shut by years of pressure and corrosion. With a careful wedge of his dive knife, the door creaked open, releasing a plume of silt that curled like smoke in the water. Inside, rows of seats lined the aisle, some toppled under time's weight, others strangely untouched. The water was eerily still. No fish swam inside. No barnacles clung to the surfaces. Just silence, metal, fabric, and the cold grip of stillness. Then something caught his eye. A child's backpack strapped to one of the middle seats. Bright blue. Almost new-looking, as if untouched by time. He floated closer. There was no name tag, just a simple zip-top backpack. Carefully, he unzipped it. Inside, wrapped in plastic, was a children's book titled My First Train Ride, its pages dry and crisp, completely untouched by saltwater. Jonas' heart pounded in disbelief. This was impossible. Anything not perfectly sealed underwater would have long since disintegrated. Someone had placed this here. Recently. His gaze swept the empty seats again. The silence felt colder. The ocean deeper. The train car no longer just an abandoned relic, it felt alive, watching. Drawn forward, Jonas approached the driver's console at the front. A small object glimmered in the dim light, a keychain. A tiny conductor's hat, like a souvenir from a gift shop, swayed gently in the water. As he reached for it, a sudden noise startled him. Click. He spun around. One of the fold-down seat trays, which had been closed when he passed earlier, was now open. Resting on it, a paper cup. White, empty. It hadn't been there before. His breath hitched. He hadn't disturbed anything. Something had moved. Every diver knows that moment when a dive site shifts from strange to wrong, when the ocean seems alive with a presence, when silence becomes suffocating. Jonas backed toward the door, his breath quickening in the regulator. He exited, closing the hatch behind him. No part of him wanted to see what might come next. Following the tracks back, his fins cut through the water with practiced urgency. When he finally broke the surface, the sunlight was blinding. The air smelled sharp and unfamiliar. The world above the waves, the sky, distant gulls, had never seemed more alive. But Jonas couldn't shake the image of the backpack, the cup, the impossibly preserved book. Days passed. He didn't speak about the train. He kept the footage to himself, like a secret too strange to share. Weeks later, an email arrived. No sender. No subject. Just one line, "Did you take the book?" Jonas stared at the screen, heart thudding. He didn't reply. Didn't forward it. Didn't even screenshot. He deleted it. But sometimes when the world grows quiet and sleep won't come, he dreams of those endless rails vanishing into darkness beneath the waves. And the next stop? He still doesn't know.